Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. My name's Beth. Welcome to our morning workout. And just so you know, I can see how many people are watching at any given time, but if you don't comment, I don't know who's out there. So if you're out there, give me a little wave, say hi. Jen, how are you? Oh my gosh, I missed you guys so much. Hi, Mary Kay. So I actually like doing this 8 a.m. on Fridays because it actually reminds me of being at Elmhurst, since I used to do a few classes and hopefully someday will again. But for those of you who know, Spen got 20 minutes of spin, 20 minutes of strength, 20 minutes of yoga. It is such an awesome workout, and I miss that studio so much. I can't believe how much I miss the bike. I even miss the yoga part. Strength is my thing. That's what we are doing most of on these lives because that's what we can bring you. We're going to do what I call a mini Ignite format today. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, Liz's aunt. Hey, great. Thank you for jumping on. All right. So with this mini Ignite format, what I wanted to do today is I wanted to hit each body part individually and really kind of burn it out. So I wanted 8 rounds, and I couldn't do that with a full Ignite timer. So what we're doing instead is, instead of going through those 2 exercises 3 times, we're going through 2 times. All right. So exercise A and B for strength, 2 times, 30 seconds each. Then we're going to do a minute of cardio, minute of recovery. Good morning, Laurel. All right, so with this one, I'm going to give you an option. I know a lot of people have benches at home, so I'm going to give you an option to use it for a squat, all right, on an offset squat, and for a cardio move coming up and over the bench. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. I'm going to give you some options. Like for the squat, what you'll do is an 80-20 squat where you put most of your weight in one foot. All right, that's absolutely fine. If you have the bench, if you have a chair, anything like that, where you can do that offset, awesome. And then we're also going to be doing a tricep dip off the bench. You can do that on the ground as well. All right, guys, well, it's time to go. I do have my Spotify list out there. You never have to use that. It's just if you want to. I like to put some tunes together that I'm feeling for the day. I'm not allowed to play music. I'm actually going to try and listen to it in my earbud today, just because it feels a little awkward to me to not be working out to music, but we'll see how it goes. All right. As always, please comment. You can reach out to me on Facebook. We would love to know what you'd love to see more and less of. All right. And because I'm going to be here for the rest of the month, 8 a.m. on Fridays, and also on this Elmhurst page, 12:30. I do a 30-minute lunch break on Wednesdays. So, all right, guys, with that, we're just going to warm it up here, and I want you to just give yourself a little boxer shuffle side to side. All right, I'm going to try and keep this warm up pretty short, and we're going to take this into a scissor run. So I've got 5 exercises for our warm up. We're just going to do them 30 seconds each. All right, and then we're going to go through and do them again. So 5 minutes will be done, but think about that nice big range of motion. All right, with the scissor run, you want to just make sure you're getting some movement in the hips, in the shoulders, kind of start getting that blood flowing. Now keep going. We're going to a standing toe touch here, Frankenstein. 3, 2, 1. All I want you to do is keep that leg nice and long, arm nice and long. I always say in class, I cheat a little bit because I happen to have long arms and legs. You know what, guys? You don't have to touch that toe. What you want to focus on is keeping the shoulders back, keeping the core engaged, chest lifted. I want you to keep the foot flexed. Find that warm up through the hamstring. Looking good, guys. You got 5 more seconds with this, and then we're just going to go into some forward arm circles. In 3, 2, 1, you can start small. All right? Keep that neck nice and long. Keep the core engaged. Off the bat here, guys, we want to think about that posture. Your shoulders are over the hips, ears over the shoulders, always a softness in the knees. If you want to start making it a little bigger, please do. Next round, we'll take it back. So just keep going forward with this one. In 8 seconds, we're just going to do a little lateral movement, a little tiny mud run. In 3, 2, 1, I just want you to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So here, I want you to just think about that lateral range of motion. Little movement in the hips. Looking good, guys. You got 15 more seconds here. We're going to do everything again, right? Hey, Trisha. Hi, Helen. Hey, Kathy. Now keep it going, guys. You got 5 seconds to go here. Then we're going to go into just a standing cat-cow move. Hands to the thighs. In 3, 2, 1, flatten the back down. Pull the belly button to the spine and round it up. Again, flatten it down. Belly button to the spine, round it up. I just want you to keep doing that, guys. Think about that range of motion. Kind of exaggerate it. This should feel good. I don't know about you, but I haven't done a whole lot this morning so far. So this is really loosening up that back. You got 8 seconds to go. We're going to go back to the top, back to that scissor run, and you can make it a little bigger if you want. In 3, 2, 1, right here. Now maybe you want to go a little faster. Maybe you want to think about a little bigger range of motion. Whatever works for you. Now guys, if jumping doesn't work for you, right here. All right, if you prefer a little tap out, guys, this is your workout. I'm going to give you different options, but remember, I want you doing what works for you. That doesn't mean you take it easy. All right, I want you to work through. I want you to get everything you can out of this workout. 3, 2, 1, let's go. But if we're doing something where you're like, yeah, that doesn't work for me, don't you dare think, oh, this workout isn't for me. There is always options, guys. And all these things we're doing in the warm-up, when we're in Spenga, in the studio, we always have a survivor exercise, right? Which is something, keep going, we're not done. Which is something you can go back to. If something isn't working for you, you need a little break. Anything in the warm-up is fair game for a survivor exercise. Just don't give up on yourself. I want you to keep moving. All right, guys, we're gonna do those arm circles back. In 3, 2, 1, backwards right here. Again, for anybody who's just joining in, don't freak out when I take out the bench. If you don't have a bench, no big deal. I'll give you options. I'm just trying to do a few different options for people who might have equipment at home. And guys, if you're on these workouts regularly and you maybe have a piece of equipment that you'd like to see incorporated, let me know. All right, as long as it's something that I can find some exercises for where we can sub out something different, I'm happy to do that. So send those requests to me, all right? Make it a little bigger if you want. 3, 2, 1, mud run. Side to side. I'm going to encourage you to get a little wider with this. All right, side to side. That heart rate should be coming up a little bit. The body's a little warmer, right? We've been moving for about 4 minutes now. Keep moving, guys, side to side. Find a little more lateral range of motion. Nice job. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you. We have just a few more seconds here. And then you can do the standing cat-cow or we make it an inchworm. In 3, 2, 1. So standing cat-cow is right here. If you're going to make it an inchworm, hands all the way down to the ground. Walk it out to a plank. Take a nice deep breath. Walk it in and reach it up. I want you to keep going. We just have about 15 more seconds there. You can get 1 or 2 more in. Nice job, guys. Now, we're done with the warm-up. In 3, 2, 1, but come on up. Keep moving. The last thing I want you to do is just stop, right? You took that time to warm up the body, to start elevating the heart rate. Keep it moving as I show you what we're doing for that first round. All right, so on the bench, guys, if you don't have a bench, it's okay. We're going to take weights if you've got them, and we're going to do we're going to start with a regular squat. All right, we're going to do a squat, and then we're going to do an uneven squat, right foot on the bench. Then we go back to a squat. We're going to do an uneven squat with the left foot on the bench. What if you don't have a bench? Guess what? It's okay. All you're going to do is when you come down in that squat, you're going to load about 80% of your weight in your left foot, kickstand the right, up and down. Really load that front or that one side. All right? That's all you have to do. You'll still get something very similar. Okay. Now, from there, once we do each of those, we'll do 2 regular squats, 1 offset on each side. If you've got the bench, you can come up and over for that minute for a toe tap. Don't have a bench? No problem. You can go right here. You can go side to side. Whatever works for you, but it is a minute finish. To come up, you should need that minute of recovery that you will have afterwards. All right, we ready for it? Yeah? Okay, of course we are. I see you guys out there. These people are always ready to go. All right, guys, so go ahead and find some weights here. We're going to start with just a regular squat. Weight either at the shoulders or at the sides, completely up to you. 30 seconds. We start. In 3, 2, 1, no bench yet. Down and up. Just a regular old squat. I actually like taking my weights to the shoulders, all right, because I feel like it helps me keep the chest up. Remember, in a squat, we're always starting with that hip hinge, right? You're sending the hips back and then bending the knees. You're bending at the ankles, but your heart is staying above the hips. We just have 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. One foot on the bench. Press through both heels. Now you're really going to feel that leg that's up higher. You don't have a bench? Guys, come down low. Shift the weight into one foot, kickstand the other, down and up. I want you focused. If you're doing that 80-20 squat, no bench, focus on pressing through that heel that has the weight in it. We just have 10 more seconds to go here. We're going to go back to a regular squat. In 3, 2, 1. Guys, you should be warm. All right, we're just going for that lower body. And guess what? Each round is one particular type of exercise or body part. So this is it for squats, right? When we're done with this first round, we got them out of the way. Getting that heart rate up. Whew. Now, can you get a little lower? Can you really press into the heels on the way up? Make sure you're wiggling the toes in the shoes, squeezing the booty at the top. We have 3 seconds to go, and we're going to do that bench squat. 3, 2, 1, right here. If you've got the bench, use it. If you don't have the bench, no problem. This time, you've got that weight in the right foot. If it doesn't feel right, guys, come down into a regular squat. Load into that right heel. Kickstand the left, really press into the heel on the way up. You should feel that load in that standing leg. All right, guys, you got 3 more seconds. Then either up and over the bench or squat jacks. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hup, 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 hup. Now, if you're using a bench, always keep your eyes on it. We want to get the heart rate up here. If you don't have a bench, guys, you can go right here, right? You can tap it out side to side. But I want you to keep that core engaged. Get low. Get that heart rate up. You still have 35 seconds here. I want you to work through here. All right? We get a minute of recovery after this. You need to earn it. Come on, guys. Come on. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Keep this up. You have 23 seconds to go. If you're on your bench, if you're on the floor, it doesn't matter. Guys, don't you dare quit. I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't care what happened last week. This is your new start. This is your new day. Shake everything else off. Give it everything you've got right now. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Shake it off. All right, guys, our next round is all about triceps. So if you've got the bench, you're going to sit down. Awesome, right? So what we've got is an overhead tricep extension. So you're going to take 2 weights or one heavier one, whatever works for you. If you don't have a bench, you can kneel or stand. Overhead tricep extension right here. All right? I'm going to take you through there. Then put the weights down. Tricep dip. Shoulders back, chest lifted. I want you to make sure that you're dropping that tailbone straight down. You should actually feel the bench behind you. Make sure you're not crunching up through the shoulders. Keep the neck nice and long. Bend the elbows. You're not just dropping to the ground and press back up. Feel the back of the arms. We'll do each twice. And then when we come up, we're going to do skaters, all right? We really don't have a cardio move for triceps. So let's just do some lateral movement. We'll go side to side. Again, you can take it as big or small as you want, all right? I don't care about how high you jump, but I want you to think about how far you can move laterally. Okay, guys, get ready. We're starting with that seated overhead tricep extension in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. Chin off the chest. Biceps close to the ears. Think about hips, shoulders, and ears. One nice long line. And also think about, guys, don't just stop right behind the head. You want to see how much length you can find through the back of that tricep. Lengthen and extend. All right, 3, 2, 1. Put those weights down right into that tricep dip, guys. Now, I like to imagine, like if you ever had a bug bite on the back of your hip, you're almost trying to scratch it on that bench. But don't turn into a turtle here, okay? Shoulders back, chest lifted. Bend the elbows, come down as low as you can, press into the heels of the hands, come back up. Focus on the back of the arms. We are all about triceps for 2 minutes here. We go back to that overhead tricep extension in 3, 2, 1. Whew, let's go. So every time we're working a certain move or body part, 2 minutes. 3 if it's a cardio move that involves the same muscle group, right? But I want you to burn out those muscles. I want you to feel like you worked them, right? Now remember too, if you have any issues with any of these, go back to whatever works for you. All right, but don't be afraid to comment or reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. 3, 2, 1. Back to that tricep dip. Let's go. I switched sides. You don't have to switch sides. There was no reason for that. I just automatically went that way. Shoulders back, chest lifted. Now, are you feeling the back of the triceps? You've got 15 seconds to go. Now, when you come up, we're doing that lateral range of motion, right? So I'm going to move my bench. You keep going. All right, I got to stay on screen. You've got more space, right? 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Skaters, side to side. Keep it going, guys. Now, if you can jump it and you can hover that leg, awesome. Sometimes people like to come down, hover the leg, and touch the ground. Guys, that's tough. If you're there, awesome. If it's smaller, that's fine. But I want you to think about how wide you're going. Do you have any delineators on that floor? Keep the same width. As we get tired, we start to let it come back, right? We're like, oh, I'm going to make it a little smaller. I want you to keep that same distance. Fight for it. Keep that core engaged, shoulders back. That heart rate is coming up, yes? Come on, guys, come on. Looking good, Trisha. Keep it up. I know you can go a little further. I know you don't love your cardio, but you've learned to love it here, right? A little bit wider. You got 10 seconds to go here. Remember, do not quit on yourself. You are worth that time and effort. You turn this workout on, make it count. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, we're gonna go posterior chain and back. So grab some weights. You've got a minute of recovery here. All right, can take a little spinal rotation if you need to, but we're gonna do a deadlift. Shoulders back, chest lifted. Think about those weights coming right along the legs. All right, neutral spine. Press into the heels, come up. We'll do deadlifts for 30 seconds. After that, we're gonna come down. We're gonna do a reverse fly, all right? So if you need lighter weights, it's okay. Shoulders back, nice long spine, open and close. Now make sure you find some control. A lot of times I see this, all right? You don't wanna be coming forward and back. It's only squeezing those shoulder blades back and down. So we'll go back and forth between those two for those 2 minutes, 30, 30, 30, 30. Then we got thrusters. Now, if you've got the bench, that's awesome. It's a little elevated if you want to do those thrusters. If not, you've got the ground, hands down, jump it out, jump it in, and up. Guess what? If you don't want to jump it, step it out, step it in, and up. And if you don't want to leave the ground, guys, I want you to just do a reverse lunge. Or you can do a jumping jack, whatever works for you. Deadlift starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tailbone back, chest forward. Press into the heels, come up. Now guys, I'm dragging those weights along the legs. If you don't have weights, guess what? Hands behind the head will give you some resistance. Or if you have any trouble with the form of that deadlift, right? This is a good morning. Tailbone back, chest forward. It's a hip hinge. Nothing is moving other than the hips. 3, 2, 1, reverse fly right here. Now here, I want you to think about keeping those hips and shoulders square. I just placed that empty tin can right at your upper back. You're trying to crush that can. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Find that power. Pull the belly button to the spine. Bring the ribs in towards each other, guys. If you're feeling the lower back, pull. You come up, you reset, and you come down. Belly button to the spine. Pull the ribs in. 3, 2, 1. Back to that deadlift. Tailbone back. Reach the chest forward. I want you to think about if you're wearing a shirt with a logo. When you come forward, if I was looking through this screen at you on this Facebook Live, I'd be able to read the logo on your chest, even when you're at the end of that deadlift. So this is what it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like this. All right, shoulders back, chest lifted. We go back to that reverse fly. In 3, 2, 1. The palms are facing towards each other here, guys. Belly button to the spine. It's so important. All right, we are focusing sometimes too much on the arms. You got to think about that core. Pulling the belly button in, ribs towards each other to keep a nice neutral spine. Think about squeezing through those shoulder blades. All right, guys. We're going into that thruster for a full minute. I'm going to bring my bench back because I can. All right, you do what works for you. 3, 2, 1. No weights. Back and up. Now, if you stay low, it's going to be tougher, right? If you need a little break, you come up. All right, you can take a little breath at the top, but again, it's 1 minute, and then you get a minute of recovery, guys. Do you need that break? It's there if you need it, but only you know if you need it, right? I know you're doing an awesome job, right? But it doesn't matter what I think. I say this all the time in class. What do you think? Do you feel like you are putting forth your best effort right here with 25 seconds to go? Are you getting uncomfortable? Are you pushing outside of that comfort zone? Remember, when you get uncomfortable, that's when you're making change. Sometimes it's hard to do that by yourself at home. Guys, you took this time for you. Kick that weekend off right. 10 seconds. Let's keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew, well deserved. Minute and a half there, or a minute rest here. So what do we have next? We're going for biceps, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take whatever weights work for you. We're going to alternate between a wide curl, elbows close to the ribs. Think about the palms facing towards the corners of the room. 30 seconds here. And then I want 30 seconds of a reciprocal hammer curl. So as one weight comes up, the other comes down. I always like the core engagement that happens here. If you don't like that piston type movement, you can do one at a time or just do a regular hammer curl. The choice is yours, okay? So we're going to do that wide curl, reciprocal curl, and then for cardio, we're going to do a jab cross. You're going to take a little sideways stance. There's it like maybe 45 degrees here, and you're going to jab and cross. After 30 seconds, I'm going to ask you to change which leg is in front. Guys, this is not a jab. All right, I have my punching bag in front. All right, you've got to have some aggression like built up from this, right? So I want you to think about taking it all out on that big punching bag. All right, get ready with those weights. Wide curl starts in 3, 2, 1. Those elbows are super close to the rib cage. Squeeze up, control down. Now what you don't want to do is just let gravity take it away. I see this a lot, right? Just as much time on the way down. Time under tension is where you get those results, guys. 10 seconds to go here. And then we're just going to take it into that reciprocal hammer curl. I'm listening to my music in my ear. It's on right now. It is all about right now. 3, 2, 1. What can you give it right now? All right, so right here, shoulders back, chest lifted. Now, whenever I do a reciprocal, for me, it feels a lot harder than I expect because there is so much core that has to activate to make sure I'm keeping those hips and shoulders square because you don't want it to start looking like this, right? Nothing's moving other than those biceps. Hammer curl, guys. We're going back to that wide curl. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I think I just saw Sue and Darcy pop in here. Guys, feel free to jump in or bookmark this. We got a mini ignite going on. You know you want to do this one with me. Woo! All right, guys, shoulders back, chest lifted. Keep those elbows close to the rib cage. Working those biceps. We're going to go back to that reciprocal curl. In 3, 2, 1. Right here. Make sure your shoulders are back, chest is lifted. A lot of times, guys, when we keep going, you got 25 seconds to go. A lot of times when we get stressed out, we elevate those shoulders, right? Try and let the shoulder blades relax. The neck is always a space holder between the ears and the shoulders. If you feel like this is happening, roll it back, reset, and then keep it going. That core is always engaged. Everything we do is a core exercise, right? 3, 2, 1. I've got my right leg forward. Hup, 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 hup. Now, guys, maybe you're doing this with somebody. Maybe you're by yourself. Now, think about that big punching bag. Or if you're just fed up with somebody and you want to think about taking that punch there, I'm not going to tell anybody. This is you versus you. What do you need to get that energy out, to really work that cardio here? Guys, engage the core. It's full body. All right, we're going to switch sides. In 3, 2, 1, other side forward. Guys, if it's looking like this, you are not getting that heart rate up. You're down low. You're using the hips, the core. Hup, 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 hup. Come on, guys, come on. You got 15 seconds to get that heart rate up. We might not be using the lower body, but if you are doing this jab, cross, right, heart rate is coming up just as much. Nice job, guys. That rest is coming. Earn that recovery. In 3, in 2, in 1. Grab a drink. Woo. So far, so good? You guys are looking great. All right. You know that there had to be a lunge, right? A lunge set. One weight overhead, and we're going to just do a static lunge back. All right, we got 30 seconds here, and then you can keep the weight, one at the chest. We're gonna make it a curtsy. Drop the back knee down, press off through the front heel. If you need a break, you can always come out of it and come back in, but always remember you're loading your weight in the front heel, wiggling the toes in the shoe. Make sure the knee stays over the ankle. So we're just gonna do it on each side. So we've got a minute of work on each side, 30 seconds as that reverse lunge. If you don't like the weight overhead, you don't have to. You don't even have to use a weight. Just make sure you feel those legs. Now, for the cardio, I want a power skip, driving the knee in, 30 seconds each time. If you're feeling it, guys, you can take it all the way down up to a kick. If you're not, just do the knee drive, okay? See how you're feeling after those lunges. One weight, right hand, right leg back. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee down. Press off through the front heel. You are wiggling those toes in the shoes. Woo! Now, again, I'm listening to my playlist. Feeling good as hell right now. So I want you to drop that back knee down, pressing into that front heel. You can wiggle the toes in that front shoe. If having that weight up is too much, bring it down to the shoulder. Bring it to the chest, whatever works for you. 3, 2, 1. I'm taking the weight to the chest. I'm gonna do a curtsy. I'm staying down low. It's gonna make it a little easier if you bring it up, but you know what? We're only doing 30 seconds on each side. Wanna make sure it's worth it. So my left foot is forward. I can wiggle the toes in the shoes. I'm still dropping that back knee down, pressing off through that front heel. That knee is right over the ankle. Oh, my left glute is on fire. How about yours? We got 5 seconds to go here. 3, 2, 1, lunge on the other side. Drop that knee down, bring it up. Now guys, if you're having any balance issues, make sure your feet are about hip width apart. A lot of times we end up standing like this, and that's a tandem lunge, and that's a good exercise, but it's tougher on that balance. All right, right here, what I'm just looking for is feet about hip width apart. Drop the back knee down, press off through that front heel. Looking good. Who, you still with me? We're going into that curtsy in 3, 2, 1. Jen, if you're out there, I know you're enjoying this one. You've been missing those curtsy lunges, aren't you? That's what you're always asking for. Getting that outside of that glute, this will do it for you. Woo! Guys, drive into that front heel. Wiggle the toes in the shoes, in the front shoe. Drop the back knee down. Press off through that front heel. Just 5 seconds to go. Then we got that power skip. In 3, 2, 1, my right leg is moving. Right here. Maybe you want to pop it. If you want to make it bigger. Down and up. Down and up. Guys, so many levels here. But this is cardio. What are you doing here to get that heart rate up? We've been going for a while here, guys. Right, we're a half hour in. That heart rate is up. You were working so hard here. Nice job, guys. Keep it up, keep it up. In 5 seconds, we're gonna switch legs. 3, 2, other side. You can go here. You can do that little pop. You can come all the way down and all the way up. Guys, if you're going all the way down and all the way up, it's gonna be a little slower. It should be, but it's that range of motion. Shoulders back, chest lifted. See, just demoing, it's getting my heart rate up. It better be working for you here, right? Remember, guys, you need modifications, or if it's too easy, maybe you need some progressions at this point. Reach out, let me know. I can let you know what you can take it to next. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Shake it out. Give yourself a spinal rotation. Grab a drink of water. Towel off. Guys, guess what? We're coming down to the ground because we got some chest work. So we're going to go between a chest press and a chest fly. I will probably keep the same weights, but what I want you to know is that typically you should be able to go a little heavier with a chest press than a chest fly. But it's absolutely okay to use the same weights, use what you've got, but really focus on that range of motion. So when we do this, I'm not going to do a bridge or anything. You guys know the progressions if you need to, but I want to focus on the chest. So we're going to press up and pull down. Keep that lower back down. After 30 seconds, we go into that chest fly. All right, and then we go back to the press and the fly. For our cardio, guys, I want 3 plank jacks with 1 push-up. If you don't want to do the push-up, you can skip it, but this is a chest round, and it's the only time we're doing those push-ups. So it will be 3, 2, 1, push-up. If you want a little more, you can do the push-up and the plank jack at the same time. It's a lot tougher if you can do it for a full minute. Awesome. All right, guys, get set up for that chest press. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lower back into that ground. Press up. Pull down. As you bring those weights up, guys, I want you to imagine I'm there with you, or somebody's in your house. Maybe that's creepy, I don't know. All right, but I'm holding those weights at the top, and you've got to pull them back away from me. All right, you're keeping that lower back down. You're pressing up. You're pulling down. We've got 6 seconds to go. We're going to go right into that chest fly. In 3, 2, 1, palms towards each other. There's a little softness to the elbows here. Pull the belly button to the spine, guys. Little pelvic tuck. Make sure the lower back is into the ground. Keep going with that chest fly. What I mean by that is this should never be able to happen, right? That tailbone is down, lower back is down. You couldn't get a hand between the floor and your lower back. You got 8 seconds here, and we're going to go back to that chest press. In 3, in 2, in 1, palms facing towards your feet. Pull down, press up. Try and relax those shoulders, guys. Think about those muscles of the chest, those pectoral muscles. Squeeze up, pull down, put the mind to the muscle. You might be using some lighter weights than you would if you were at the studio. You've got to put the mind to the muscle so those shoulders just don't take over and do all the work, right? Feel that work happening here. 3, 2, 1, back to the fly. Palms towards each other, little softness to the elbows. Now here's the deal, guys. If this gets to be too hard, by taking a bigger bend in the elbow, right, it'll shorten the levers and it'll make it easier. The longer the levers, the harder it's going to be. Keep that lower back down, but you never want to lock out those joints. Keep a little softness in the elbows. Keep it going. Are you breathing? Exhale on the work. Nice deep breath here. We're going into that plank jack to push up in 3, 2, 1. 3 plank jacks, 1 push up. 1, 2, 3, push up. Guess what, guys? You can drop to the knees for the push up if you need to. All right? You can do all plank jacks. Or like I said, if you want to do a few, if you want to challenge yourself, can you put them together? 1 plank jack, 1 push up. I can only do a few of them, but I always feel accomplished when I do. Down and up. Down and up. Keep it going, guys. You got 30 seconds to go. Woo, I'm sweating up a storm here. How are you guys doing, guys? Looking good. Keep it going. Nikki, keep it up. Trisha. Woo, Laurel, keep it going. We've got 15 seconds to go, guys. 15 seconds. After this, we're going into some shoulders. So we're going to stand up with lighter weights. You got 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, guys. We got shoulders next. All right, so I'm going to do a shoulder press and a V-raise. All right, so for me, press, I can definitely go heavier than that V-raise. So I may change out the weights. If you need to, awesome. If you don't, that's fine too. Maybe you only have 1 set of weights. Do what works for you. So the press, I just want you to press up and pull down. This is where I take the abnormally large stance. Don't copy me on that, guys. Here's what happens if I stand together. You hear that? I got a low ceiling. All right, so I gotta pretend I'm shorter. So we press up and pull down. Then we're going to do a V raise. Think about taking the thumbs, leading with the thumbs on the way up, towards the diagonals of the room, the corners of the room. So up and down. I use the same weight, but these do feel a lot heavier for that diagonal raise. Make sure the shoulders aren't coming up. So press and V raise. And then for cardio, you can go one light weight for a weighted jack. If you don't want to do that, just a regular jumping jack. All right, remember, you can use the weight and step out. You can use no weight and step out. But it's cardio. I want you getting that heart rate up. All right, guys, let's get ready for that shoulder press. In 3, 2, 1, press up, pull down. Now, guys, make sure those weights are staying in that frontal plane. It should not look like this. You don't want to arch the back. Belly button to the spine. It's as if you're standing against a wall and trying to slide those forearms down it, right? Whew, and press up. Softness in the knees, core engaged. We've got 3, 2, 1, V raise. Lead with the thumbs. Imagine that this quarantine or this shelter at home is over and you just saw your entire family. You're trying to give them all a hug at once. Shoulders back, chest lifted, keep it going. Now, I'm a hugger. Even if you're not a hugger, don't tell me you're not going to want to hug a few people that you haven't seen. There's some people you won't want to, right? But just think about when we can actually all get together again and actually have some face-to-face interactions. 3, 2, 1, press up and pull down. Now, it's kind of cold today, but it's going to be sunny. You can bundle up, go get a walk in, guys. Fresh air does you so much good. I've been doing so many walks during this shelter at home, but they did just put the tennis courts up by us. They're terrible courts, but the nets are up, so that's where I've been spending some time for a little difference. All right, we're going back to that diagonal. 3, 2, 1. Guys, shoulders back, chest lifted. My shoulders are feeling it at this point. You don't want this to happen. Shoulders back, chest lifted, lift up. Think about bringing that upper arm parallel to the ground and down. You don't have to go any higher than that. We've got 15 seconds to go here. Then you can have that one weight for the weighted jack, or you can just do jumping jack of choice. You still got 8 seconds though. Keep it going. Shoulders relaxed, chest lifted. Oh, I was feeling my shoulders after that. And I didn't even go the whole time. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Weighted jack. Press up, pull down. Now guys, you can use the weight and tap it out. You can put the weight down and do a regular jumping jack, or you can tap it out. Whatever works for you. Come on, guys. We got 45 seconds here. Our last round is core, so we're going to be down on the ground. All right? So all we have is 35 seconds here with this weighted jack. Keep it up, guys. This is the point where I know we start to go, oh, maybe I'll take it down. Do you have to? If you have to, you do it. But guys, ask yourself, are you pushing yourself to your max limit here? Come on, have a little faith in yourself here. This is all about you. Put yourself at the top of that list. Believe you can. Because you know what? If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Your mindset will determine whether you are able to achieve your goal. Come on, guys. We've got 3, 2, 1, rest. 1 round left. That's it. And after that round, I am taking you through a quick stretch. Please don't skip it, all right? I'll make it as quick as possible. All right, so here are 2 core moves. We're going to do a full sit-up. Now, if you can keep the legs straight, that's awesome. If you keep the arms out like a T, that makes it even harder. All the way up, all the way down. This is in my way here. But again, guys, you need to keep the knees bent or legs in front. Nice and slow up, nice and slow down. Find the control. 30 seconds. Then I want you to do a X crunch. We're just going to do right hand to left foot. Reach up, flex the foot towards the sky. Reach the fingers to the outside of the leg. Bring the opposite rib to the hip. We're just going to do right hand to left leg. Second round, we'll do left arm to right leg. All right, in between, we do that full sit-up. For our cardio, it's not really cardio unless you want to make it that, but we're going to have a high plank for 30 seconds, Spider-Man, either into the side, or you can bring it all the way up and do that Spider-Man lunge jump. Then we take it to a forearm plank with a hip dip. All right, guys, full sit-up. In 3, 2, 1. All the way up, all the way down. Now, guys, the version I'm doing right now is more of like an iron cross sit-up. and it's going to be a little tougher. The further you have, or the longer your levers are, right, the harder it's going to be. So if you need to bend the knees and bring the legs in, maybe you need to bring your hands behind the hamstrings. All right, but make sure you're keeping the spine neutral. Roll the shoulders back. 3, 2, 1, X crunch. Right hand to left foot. Keep it on that side. So here, pull the belly button to the back of the spine. Reach the sole of the foot towards the ceiling, not to your hand, and reach the hand beyond the outside of the ankle. Now we're all going to look a little different here based on our flexibility, but you're pulling that belly button to the spine and you're focused on bringing that lowest rib to the opposite hip. Feel those obliques here. 3, 2, 1, sit up with the knees bent, with the legs straight, with the arms in, with the arms out. Whew, I used to be really good at this with the arms all the way up. All right, I'm struggling a little bit here. Whew. It's all okay, guys. Not every day is going to be your personal best, and quite frankly, even under normal circumstances, it's not always going to be our personal best. This is not normal circumstances. So give yourself a little grace. If you're doing this right now, you're doing that work. 3, 2, 1, X crunch. Left hand to right foot. Flex that foot to the sky. Reach the fingertips to the outside of that ankle. Nice job, guys. Now remember, shorter levers make it easier. If you need to bend the elbow, bend the knee, absolutely fine. But I want you focused on belly button to the spine, lowest rib to opposite hip. Feel that core. In 3 seconds, we go into that Spider-Man. 3, 2, 1, high plank, knee to the elbow. I'm just going right here. Now, guys, if you want to do that more cardio Spider-Man lunge, feel free. All right? But I feel like I don't have the movement right here, and I think that the floor I'm on would not support it very well. So keep it going. You can go a little faster if you'd like. You have 6 more seconds. We're going to come into a forearm plank with a hip dip. 3, 2, 1. If you can, palms down. Elbows under the shoulders. Gaze in front of the fingertips, feet together. Drop the right hip. Center. Drop the left hip. Center. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Guys, from the hips to the crown of the head. Nice long line. You're not looking at your chest. You're not looking at the ground. You can absolutely drop the knees here if you have to, but you only have 7 seconds to go. Finish it up. We got 3, 2, 1. Take a child's pose. Woo. I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, since you never know, there might be a gentleman taking this a little later. You did an awesome job. Woo. Sit that tailbone back, reach the chest forward. Come on up into that tabletop position. Little cat-cow stretch. So as you inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift the tailbone. Pull the belly button to the spine, drop the head, drop the tailbone. Just a little cat-cow stretch here. Beautiful job, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. One more time. And then at your own pace, oop, there goes my earbud. Then at your own pace, come on up to standing. Now you want to take it at your own pace because you don't want to get dizzy here. Just breathe through it. Give yourself a little spinal rotation. Whew. All right, take a nice big inhale up. We used all the muscles of the upper body today as well as the lower body. As you exhale, give yourself a little mini back bend, standing back bend here. So shine the heart to the sky, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. Bring it up. And as you exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Slide the knuckles towards the ground. Lift the thumbs away from the glutes. Puff up the chest. Beautiful job. Bring those arms in front. Open it up. Squeeze the shoulders back. Lift the heart. Give yourself a little hug. Pull the belly button to the spine. Wrap the hands around the back of the shoulders here. Open it up again. And now give yourself that hug. Opposite arm on top. Beautiful job. Grab that right shoelace. Grab onto something in the room for balance if you need to. To get that quad. Knee down. Hips forward. Chest lifted. Breathe here. This should feel really good, guys. We really took the time to focus on each of those muscles. I hope you enjoyed it. Take that right leg in front. Take a bend into the left knee as you sit back. So here, keep that neutral spine. Tailbone back. Reach the chest forward. Flex the toe towards the face. Shine the heart towards the toe. Nice hamstring stretch. Big stretch up the entire backside of that leg. Make it dynamic by pointing and flexing if you would like. And we're just going to bring that leg in, other side. So bring that knee down, hips forward, chest lifted. Remember, if you're not feeling the muscle stretch, it's probably not stretching appropriately. So put that mind to muscle. Knee down, hips forward, chest lifted. Beautiful job. Bring that leg in front, sit it back, tailbone back, chest lifted, flex the toes towards the face, and set it down. I actually would love to do a few more stretches for those legs, but I'm going to have to sign off here. Feet together. Let's do a few standing cat-cow stretches. Guys, feel free to do some stretches on the ground, maybe some hip flexor stretches, a few more spinal rotations. But guys, you did such a great job. Thank you for working out with me on the Spanget Elmhurst page today. I'm going to be here every Friday at 8 a.m. until the studio opens again, I believe. I mean, at least through May. And again, I do a 30-minute lunch break at 12:30 here on Wednesdays. So again, any comments you have, any questions, thank you so much for choosing to spend an hour with me today. And I look forward to seeing you really soon. Take care, guys.